good morning, everybody. As promised, another great guest with us, and we have Jacob A. Martinez. What does A stand for, Jacob? You did not tell me that in your bio, but if you're going to put it there, I feel like we need to know. Is that like A team, A++?
Yeah, that'll work too, but it's actually in honor of my father, whose name is Anthony.
There you go.
No longer with us, but that's what it's for.
I love that. See, I'm so glad I asked. I knew it was meaningful. Okay, well, I'm going to give you a couple things on Jacob. So Jacob, he was a runner for a title company when he was 15, so he didn't stand a chance of getting out of this industry, basically is what that means. Like he got suckered in when he was young and impressionable and couldn't make good decisions. I'm kidding. Then he was doing mortgages at 18. He was licensed at 23. He now runs his real estate team. Okay, and Jacob, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but do you pronounce it, do you say J-A-M or do you say jam?
I say jam.
Okay, you say jam. Okay. I say jelly, but you say jam. Okay. He runs for Jacob A. Martinez, obviously, real estate team in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And this is my favorite part of what he wrote on his bio, is that he is a newest member of the Go Mafia, AKA he's the new team leader at the Santa Fe Market Center. Well, you're not that new anymore, but you're new-ish. You're new-ish. Hang on, I lost my notes because I want to make sure I get this correct on your children. Yes, four amazing children, a beautiful wife, 6 dogs, and 8 chickens. And he lives in an apartment. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't live in an apartment. I'm totally joking. Guys, welcome Jacob to the call today.
Thank you for that. That is super awesome. You had it all right except the apartment. And yeah, thanks for having me. This is kind of a new thing, but it's super awesome because your happiness and enthusiasm is a little bit about what I'm going to talk about for a brief time this morning. But like you said, Teresa, I appreciate the intro. Been selling real estate for quite a while. We run a team here, and I did join the Go Team Leader Mafia in September. So it's been great. But a book that we're working on within our team, it's called The Happiness Advantage. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it or seen it. And if not, then you should probably get onto that. But there's 7 principles in the Happiness Advantage. And I'm not going to go through every single one of them, obviously, but there is one that has stood out to me, pretty much the beginning one. And I think happiness is a big thing to just keep mindful of, because knowing the industry and knowing being a realtor, there can be a lot of happiness drainage. We can get taken from happiness to depression to sad mode in a matter of moments. And I think it's really important that we focus on our happiness and how we're working to keep that consistent. And just for some studies for the happiness. And if you guys see me waving like this, it's because I have mosquitoes and I'm outside, so I'm trying to get them away from me. But there was an interesting study that I was reading yesterday, and it was in regard to drugs. There was a study where they wrote in journals, nuns that they're in their 20s, and they wrote in their journals, and there was probably at least 50 of them that wrote. And they did a study and they looked at what they wrote decades later. And at the age of 85, only 34% of the ones who wrote happy things and who are happy and joyful, they survived up until the age of 85. And the rest of them did not make it because they had some negative things and they just weren't naturally happy in their journal entries. So it was an interesting study that just proved that happiness can improve physical health. It can kind of be medicine to our bones. And I think naturally we all don't have that happiness sometimes. And there's a few ways that I think are important to just keep in mind to get to there. And I'm just going to share that with you guys. Some of the things, and I'll just read right off of it, but scientists have found to be the most crucial human happiness are pursuing life goals, scanning for world opportunities, cultivating an optimistic and grateful mindset, and holding on to rich social relationships. So those are just a couple of practical things. And they did a study on them, but meditating is something that I think a lot of us like to do or we think about, but it doesn't always happen. So meditating is something that works on your prefrontal cortex, and it actually brings out the best in kind of what you're wanting to work on. The other one was interesting, was finding something to look forward to. That one is interesting for me because I just recently found out that I really like watering the grass and planting seeds. And my kids tease me because they're like, that's funny, Dad. But I really enjoy it. And so that's something that I look forward to. It was also interesting that when we have an event or something on our calendar, say a trip or something, we always have that like real, excited feeling that we're ready to do something, like something's coming up in August. And so that creates a really positive flow of dopamine. The other one was commit actus cons of kindness. And what we do and practice in our house is, there's a lot of homeless folks out here. I'm sure there happens everywhere, but we carry around some bags with socks and toothbrushes and things like that, my kids and I. And so when we're driving around and we do happen to run into some homeless folks, we'll go ahead and actually give them a bag, give them a little bit of money, pray with them sometimes. So that's something like an act of kindness that I think really flows through our family that really brings joy to everybody. The other one was infuse positivity into your surroundings. So, we all have offices, we all have desks, but there's a big part of infusing positivity. That's why some of us have pictures around our computers and things like that, so we can just have a little bit of joy throughout the day in this midst of chaos that we're in. And that really brings a positive emotion and to our forefront. The other one was spend money, not on like just random stuff, but spend money on like experiences. Spend money on something that's going to bring some memories. We all have our phones, and when the memories pop up, we like it's a super exciting thing because we see ourselves 15 years ago. We're like, wow, I used to look like that. Or hey, look at my kids, how cute they were, and now they're bigger brats. But no, they're not really. They are still cute, but they do become brats. The other one was exercise a signature strength. A signature strength could be something that identifies you, but something that you're really, really good at. For me, I feel like I'm really good at helping people. I get a lot of joy out of helping people, and that's one of my signature strengths. So when I do exercise that, I just notice the radiant joy that comes about from it. And so those are just some practical things to keep in mind, to just be mindful of and practice throughout the day. And the Happiness Advantage is the book. And I just want to challenge a couple of you guys today, or everybody, because I'm also challenging myself. And I think one thing that I'm working to do is to be a lot more purposeful about the day. I've gone through a lot of just times where I was really on point and I was doing everything to my full potential. But then, you go through these waves, but consciously I know that I'm not hitting my full potential. And one of them is just getting up earlier. Stop hitting that snooze button like 3 or 4 times, because it does ripple effect to your day. I used to work out a lot, and I was very consistent with it, and I've slacked for the past probably 8 months or so. So I just want to challenge everybody today, including myself, to take the next 21 days to replace a negative habit with a really good one, something that we've been procrastinating about, something that we've just said I'll get to it tomorrow. And we can do it here somewhat in Santa Fe because we're like the land of mañana. So everybody's like, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But I'm just going to say, let's go ahead and consciously break that. And for the next 21 days, replace a bad habit with a good one. And I'll just kind of leave you with that. But I recommend the Happiness Advantage. And for all of us brokers who are still out there, I'm sure you guys jump on a lot of books, but the Happiness Advantage is one we're working on. Also, Fanatical Prospecting. And I've read it a few times, but I'm going to go back to it. And it's the Miracle Morning. So thanks for having me on today, guys. Appreciate you, Teresa. She's a mentor, but also everybody's working to do exactly what you're doing. So thanks for your inspiration.